All right, I'm recording from my coding laptop right now because we're going to do some technical work today. I'm about to hand an AI agent the keys to my email, and I'm going to let it read my inbox, write code, install whatever it wants, run commands on its own, and the whole time, my actual computer, my files, my passwords, they never get touched. So we're going to set this up in Docker. Let me show you how this is possible, how it works. So right now, if you use a coding agent, you've got two bad options. One is YOLO mode. So you let it run free, fast, no interruptions, and it's great until it runs the wrong command and all your files are gone, which has happened to me, especially in my email inbox. Option 2 is approval mode. So it's safe, but now you're having to click allow, 500 times. It really slows you down. It kind of defeats the whole point of having an agent in the first place. And this isn't just hypothetical. There are real stories, and a lot of them as AI, becomes more and more prominent, of agents deleting whole databases, leaking secrets. And something like 84% of us are using these tools now. So we're kind of playing with fire a little bit. So this is where Docker Sandboxes come in. So you can kind of think of it as a disposable computer that lives inside your computer. So the agent gets a full real dev environment. It can install packages, run services, even run Docker itself, but it's a micro VM with a hard wall around it, so it can't access the rest of your computer. It's not a container sharing your system. It's a real boundary. And the agent does its thing in there, and your actual machine never knows it happens. If it breaks something, you can just delete that sandbox and spin up a new one in just a few seconds. So let me kind of show you how this works. So SBX run Claude. We're going to run Claude in a sandbox here. So I was in an empty project folder in the SBX run Claude, and that dot is just letting it know which folder to use. So it's not grabbing my whole computer, it's just grabbing this one folder that I ran it in. And we have a Claude instance going with a new sandbox, new workspace, my project folder, Claude running. So let's get Claude to work here, build a small Python script that connects to the Gmail API with the token in this folder and prints my 5 most recent unread subject lines. So in that folder that I gave it access to, I had grabbed an API key for Gmail for an email account that I have. So now in this directory, Claude is getting going. So I gave it just a little task. I had my Gmail API key in this folder, and then I wrote a Python script that I wanted to take that API key and go find my 5 most recent unread emails. So Claude is at it now in this Docker sandbox. It's installing packages, writing the code, running it. Again, these packages, I don't even care what it's installing. On my regular computer, I might, but this is in a sandbox. I don't care as much. I just gave it full autonomy. Just go. It's got bypass permissions on. They can just run. All right, so Claude is working on this, but you'll see the sandbox won't actually even let it access Google. So by default, it can't touch the network at all. And that's right. That's the whole idea behind this sandbox, is it can't even reach the network. So let me ask Claude, show me how sandboxed you are. Run whoami, uname a, and try to read users, James Pelton, my .env file, and show the raw output. Just want to check how sandboxed this actually is. All right, so you can see it's very sandbox. So whoami agent, where am I at? This is a Linux box. It's not even this is a MacBook Pro that I'm running this on. Can't get to my .env file. So this is sandbox. This is what we were looking for. So one thing we're going to do to make this work is we're going to change our SBX policy, allow network, gmail.googleapis. And SBX policy, allow network, OAuth2 Google APIs. Okay, so we told the sandbox to let these calls in. Now let's try running it again. And it still wasn't working, and I found out it's because I put a comma here. So AI, you can have typos. Command line commands, you cannot. But after I opened up those network ports, it worked this time. The firewall was opened. Here are your 5 most recent unread subject lines. So this is from an email address that I'm hooked up to. So it's very sandboxed. I decide what it can reach to, not the agent. So I open just one door, just open to Google's API, nothing else. And then here we go. It works once I open that door. So it built the tool. I ran AI on there. Nothing on my actual machine was ever exposed, and I had complete control over what AI had access to. So SBX I can see what's running, but then if something goes haywire, I want to just get rid of it. I can just say, hey, remove this Claude Gmail agent demo, and deleting sandbox, and voila, it's going to be gone. So no cleanup, no damage. Yeah, I can spin up a new one in a few seconds. But it's not just for Claude. You can do a sandbox anytime you want to access Gemini, Codex, Copilot, Cursor, whatever you use. You don't have to use Docker Desktop. You can do it all right here. So you get the full speed of an agent with 0 approval prompts and basically 0 blast radius on your real system. So I think this is a home run, especially if you're wanting to do more agentic stuff, Max Claude, something like that. Any of the Claude bots or Hermes, this is a great setup for that. So if you want to try out Docker Sandboxes, it's free to start. The link will be in the description. Huge shout out to Docker. I've used Docker for so many years, and it's just cool to see how they're adapting as the AI wave has come along. So really excited to be working with them on this. If you're already letting agents run on your machine, you should look into this. Look into the safety aspect, doing it this way, especially if AI takes over the world. They become sentient and want to become hostile. You'll be glad you have a setup like this. So would love to know your thoughts on all this. Please let me know in the comments. God bless you all and have a great rest of your day.